ASAP did what? ASAP did what? With who? When? Whilst he was what? Hey, we're under attack. I'm going to be honest with you. We're under attack. Right now, we're recording this on a Friday. I'm worried for my safety when I'm out on road. I'm worried. I am single. I'll be honest. I am single. But I would be extra worried if I was in a relationship. But I feel like I'm going to touch road with heavy armor because I don't know what kind of fuckery ASAP has put me under. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. The lie is way more entertaining than the truth. So if it is like whatever it is, today I'm running with it. Now I want to see them happy. I do want to see them happy. But just for now, I'm very wary of the scenario that ASAP has put me under a man and a black man, of course, who don't cheat. Yeah. Under, you understand what I'm saying? Like, man's under fire and whatnot. And they're questioning our black authenticity in regards to relationships now, because we had someone who I thought was a black man who has partaken in something that we don't do.
Allegedly.
We don't do it. Allegedly. Oh, do you know what? You're
Allegedly.
right. You're
Allegedly.
right. Yeah, I hear you.
Allegedly.
He's a black man. Of course he didn't. I don't think he did. Did he?
The Men Are Trash Brigade are on to us.
Innit?
But do you know what? It started from a tweet. I saw the tweet. Because when I saw it, I said, hold on. Where's the source? You know, like, bruv, I'm not going to say nothing, yeah? I'm not going to say no names. But a certain particular, what would you call it? A man of the industry, I guess. He's a social commentator. Do you know what I mean? He reviews what's going on in our culture. And he regurgitates the information. Is it in ours or in America? It's in America. He told us light skinned on. Yeah. He told us that someone passed away, and he said his sources were real. Oh yeah, he said the Queen died. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's true. And we just overlooked that. We even said, "Big man, are you sure my sources are real?" Okay, how you know over there and we know over here? Cool. And what did the Queen do? She posted a picture shaking someone's hand. I'm on the road. I'm on the road. Good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying we can't be quick to believe the internet. Nah, man. That's all I'm saying. Trash, bro. Well, some random blog and in his bio said something like, "I'm the messiest journalist," blah, blah, blah. He's the one that tweeted it. That's where, and then all of these other blogs have referenced this guy as the source. And now they're saying friends of everyone talking about this person. So, but everyone wants to believe it as well. Like, people want to believe it for a bunch of different reasons. Also, you know what? We are definitely in a time of life of confirmation bias. Yeah, so like, if you already think that men are the pieces of shit, then all you need to do is just give one line. See, I told you, oh my God. And all we have been seeing recently is Rihanna's been pregnant for the last 2 years with this big ass belly. But her dress code has been mad. She's wearing t-shirts and cutting out the belly. So you lot are going to see that I'm pregnant. Super crazy. Yeah, she's doing a lot of stuff. So now, obviously, all you need is for somebody. Anyone could have started this rumor, bro. The moment that I saw someone say this, I thought, let me Google and find out, like, because no one ever does that, by the way. That's what I'm saying. No one ever Googles shit to figure out whether it's true or not. I got the tweet here. The person's account is called Louis_Via_Roma. Oh, so there's too many underscores for me. Listen, I don't believe no account that is giving information as underscores and dots and numbers and hyphens. Yeah, if you got hyphens, underscores, and all of that, I'm not here. I don't believe you. And he's the first person. Literally, he's the first person that tweeted it. Rihanna and ASAP Rocky have split. Rihanna broke up with him after she caught him cheating with the shoe designer Amina Mudai. She's piffed though. Apparently, things hit the fan at Craig's in LA. Rihanna's also unfollowed this woman. This woman's apparently her shoe designer. How do people know this stuff? How do people know that? That's what I'm saying, bro. Whose job is it to clock who's unfollowed to sit there and find out who's unfollowing who? How do you know that she was following her? It's her shoe designer. The woman designed women's wear. I think the shoes for Fenty. The woman's posted Rihanna. That doesn't mean big man. That doesn't mean I'm following you. No, I hear that, but then come on, man. That's like, you're an employee, and of course, yes, like, no, she's not a nobody. I'm not saying that she's not a nobody, but I'm just saying that, like, look, like, how do you, fam, like,
I might not follow you, innit? Like, it's not that deep. It's just not even that deep. Like, you work for me in a certain capacity or whatever it is, yeah? I mean, obviously, the majority of people would in this day and age, but it isn't, when you check it, it's not really that deep. Imagine lying in bed with your babes and the whole world is talking about you doing a madness.
And your babes knows you didn't do it. That's the worst thing. They're sitting together right now thinking, the alibi the story, let me not say alibi, the story you've given me, the story that they're running with, it doesn't even make sense. They're saying April 6th, you were with me. Babes, you know I was with you. You gotta have a strong babes, you know, because there's some babes who be like, but were you with me? Babes, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't allow them to win.
Don't do that.
Giant babes, don't allow them to win.
Yeah.
You know I was with you April 6th.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, but what if they're talking about the 7th? Babes, let's not do like ASAP's fighting
What if
for his
they're
life
talking
right
about
now.
What if they're talking about the 7th? Nah, I'm not even trying to hear that.
Hey, ASAP's fighting for his life right now, you know.
Well, maybe not. Do you know, like, maybe... I think we should have the conversation on two sides. I think we should have the conversation first on maybe he didn't.
Or if it's not true.
If it's not true, yeah?
Cool.
So, but then we should also have it on...
Or if it's true.
Yes, yeah. So let's start with it ain't true. It's hard for me to believe that something like that would have happened purely because I don't know ASAP Rocky. I don't know him. I just know that he's a handsome black man who's an artist, yeah, who's obviously had maybe an element of a fruitful life with gal and whatnot, yeah. I still believe in my head that even if it crossed his mind that he met this gal and that it was going to be a thing or whatnot, he would know what it would mean and he would know what it would look like if he got caught doing this. Like how the world would go in a frenzy right now with my missus being pregnant. Like, it's one thing, like, you just doing it, like, that's just your gal and whatnot, yeah? But while she's parading the belly like that, I believe that there has to be that thing within you that is like, you know what? Babes, you are cold, you know, and I wouldn't even mind taking a light neck. But I can't do it. I can't because...
And also, it's not any gal, you know, it's Rihanna.
It's Rihanna. But where are we going to leng? Where can we leng?
It's got to be in the office, Fenty. Headquarters.
What? That's risky.
It's risky, but
You're
that's
right.
the best.
It's like selling drugs outside the police station.
Bro, Bill Clinton was doing it in the chambers.
Yeah, you're right.
It's got to be there.
Sometimes you got to sell drugs outside the police station.
Bro, because no one's looking there. It sounds mad, but no one's looking. Telling you, the only way it could have gone down is that
slipping the penis in while she's fucking making up colours of lipstick and that.
The only thing I can think of, yeah, is it goes back to the
These times you're at work,
I don't know.
This. That's fucking crazy. Hey, you always, let me tell you this, yeah. You always think you're having sex discreetly, but you're not. Yeah. Because you can be quiet as fuck.
That meat, yeah.
Oh shit.
Sometimes you gotta drown it out, man. You actually drown out the sound. You're like, you know what? I know this could be noisy, but I'm willing to risk it because I need to get this nut off.
What do you mean? What, drown it out by?
No,
what?
you know, like there's a point during sex where everything becomes
start picking up the
awkwardly
pace.
quiet. Yeah, but I'm saying everything becomes awkwardly quiet. You know you're being loud.
Yeah.
You don't know how loud, but you know someone could potentially hear this. But whether it's the neighbor, the person upstairs,
Yeah.
the person who sleeps next door, like at some point it's like, but I'm in it, bro. It is
Oh,
what it
that
is.
always. I'm not like, if we're gonna go there, let's just go there, innit? There's always that point usually where in the quiet sex, the 36 seconds before you know, like this is the thing. You forget about them. You don't give a shit about.
Yeah,
the
you drown it out. Yeah, you drown it
you're
out.
just like fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm.
Especially when you look down and you see her body, you're like, I can't be giving you half.
That's the point. That I think that's the bit that. Yeah, that's true.
I can't be giving you half-hearted, man.
That's the thing
I'll
that I
take the
hate.
noise,
I
man.
think that's the thing is like your own ego as male ego. Yeah, is that like it's one thing knowing your missus has got chopped, but it's the next thing knowing that Like, you know what happens in the last minute of the sex. That chopping, like the proper chopping. Man's doing that to my girl. No. She's holding onto the bicep and that.
The back of the neck. Hey, squeezing man's bum cheeks. Nah, man.
Nah, man. So he's saying, I don't think, going back to the ASAP thing, yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't want to believe it. I don't want to
Me
believe
neither.
it. I don't want to believe it. Nah, there's no way ASAP was that stupid enough
I don't believe
to fuck
it
it
was
up for
that
the rest
stupid.
of us, man. Nah.
However,
Go on. Because I was going to say, let's get to this bit now.
This bit's gonna be the
I
funniest.
was, and she said, "You see this? I can't even take if you cheat on me personally now because he cheated on Rihanna."
He what? So come again?
What are you saying? He's changed the landscape for cheating.
She said, because he's cheated on Rihanna, I can't even take if you were to cheat on me
ASAP
personally.
have done us
I can't take it
I
personally.
can't take it personally.
Oh, shit.
Bro.
He cheated on Rihanna.
Jay-Z's cheating on Beyonce.
Becky, with the good hair and that.
ASAP's cheating on Rihanna.
I can't even take it personally.
Women are saying, yo, listen, maybe men are cheats.
You can't even take it personally.
Not black men though.
No black men.
Yeah, but did Obama cheat on Michelle?
We don't
Might
know.
have.
We don't know.
But Obama's a clean guy.
But we don't know, bro.
I
don't know
Who's
the-
Linford Christie going out with?
Hey, listen.
Oh, we gotta start looking at British men, man.
Yo.
Them man over there in the States are fuckery.
You gotta
we
tell
got,
Gary,
we got
listen,
some
though.
athletes over here and that. What are you saying? Them man there, Raheem Sterling and that's got a nice family, and you understand what I'm saying?
Too.
Idris, yeah, but Idris is outside, man. I mean, he's with someone now, but Idris, come on. Let's not do that.
Allegedly.
Yeah, let's not do that. But I'm not saying he's cheaters. I'm just saying he's been outside. You get what I'm saying? Like, who's in the UK? Who's the solid one? And that we know definitely. I'm saying Raheem Sterling. I'm throwing him in there. I'm saying him.
I can't think of anyone, you know. I can't think of anyone in the UK.
Athletes though, or anyone.
Just anyone.
popular.
Prominent black figure.
Who's the prominent one?
You, Chuckie. It's gotta be.
Yeah, man, that's not my thing.
It's gotta be you.
It's definitely not my thing.
Yeah, it's
bro.
definitely not my thing. It's not my thing.
Can't lie to you, you man in relationships right now, like you said, must be rough in that bedroom, boy.
Well, let's-
Rihanna, bro.
Okay.
Could you? What would, okay, if you were in that situation, yeah,
In what situation?
you're dating Rihanna, and we're not gonna do this thing where, oh my god, Rihanna's the most beautiful woman in the world. No, we're not gonna do that. But like another leng one shows you attention.
Because Rihanna's not Rihanna is Chris.
But she's not.
But we're not gonna sit here and do that. Like, obviously, you know, look, I think this is why relationship and love and that has to just be deeper than just the way that someone looks. Because you know what, someone can just be Chris, yeah, but after a while, like when you've been around the Chrisness for such a long time, look, I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to do this, but just in simple terms, we've all heard this. My favorite fruit is a fucking orange. I love oranges, bro. I love them. But you know what? The reality is that, like, sometimes a fucking strawberry can look mad appealing. It can. And it can taste mad good.
You can't tweet that though because you'll get yeah, but.
Oh yeah, there'll be yeah butts all over the place. Now that's not my thing. But if I've got a deeper connection with just the taste, that's my point. Is that if my connection is just deeper than just the taste, then no matter how appealing the other fruits are, it doesn't really matter because this looks crisp, but my connection to it is just way deeper than the fact that they just look good. Like looking good these days. Can we just do this? Being crisp, it means not that much at all. It doesn't. Being crisp does not. I know that some people would love to use that as some type of like tangible fucking, I don't know, like it being worth something. It's really not, man.
Yeah, but you're a man who's well travelled, so you've gotten there. Experience has taught you that. Some people are not as experienced as you, and they still believe that, yo, the way this guy looks is everything. And then they get there and they're like, 6 months in, they're like, what? Is this
Hence why
what
sometimes they end up cheating.
Looking good
But-
is the only tangible. It's the intangible that makes you.
That's true. That is true. That's true.
But if it's true,
Yeah, so go on anyway. Let's just say
if it's true, he did do it. His brand is finished
oh my god.
because this is Rihanna. This is not some like who I saw someone. I think I saw today. Someone said he used to date Iggy Azalea or something like that. Anyone he's previously dated, he could have
Iggy's
done.
Chris as well, you know. I know we're not allowed to. I know I'm not allowed to say that. I know that we're not allowed to say that. But she's Chris. I'm sorry. Go on. Sorry, bro.
Let's say we're not allowed to say that. But basically, what I'm saying is, if he done it to any of his previous girls that he used to see, I don't think the internet will be up in arms. It's because it's Rihanna. Yeah. That's why it's like, bro,
She's the queen.
You're killing us right now. Like, you couldn't have just. Even some people are even arguing that, bruv, couldn't you just wait until she had the baby? Like, why did you do it that she was pregnant? Do you know what I mean? It's because she's pregnant. Like, you got man them doing think pieces now. Like, how could you do that to a pregnant woman? Do you know that damages her differently? All the hormones are all over the. Big man, I hear you, my brother, but we don't know if it's true, bruv. Save your think pieces for another time. We're supposed to be standing behind, man. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I threw my little jokes here and there because my main thing with this, yeah, I'm sorry, Chuckie, if this makes me a piece of shit, I'm gonna put my hand up and accept it, yeah. If this is true, that Drake album, yeah, oh my God. The indirects,
oh my God,
I want that. That's why part of me wants it to be true, you know. You see when Drake gets in his bag, ASAP, you thought, oh my days, he's in the
he's gonna be on the vibe of Jack Harlow. Link man, I'll need. Do you know what? Do you know what he will do? Drake wouldn't. I don't think Drake would drop his own album on that. I think he'd do a collaboration album with Jack on that and just drop bare sublims on there.
Brother,
he'll just do hella sublims on that. Being cheated on or being this like, you know, being deceived in some way, shape or form is a big deal.
And everyone deals with it differently.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Okay, so going back to the initial conversation that we had in regards to where do you learn these things? How do you tell someone how to get over that?
You can't tell someone how to get over it. They just gotta find ways to get over that, I think.
Because do you feel like cheating amongst men, as in when we get cheated on, is taken the same as when women get cheated on? Is it the same level of betrayal for you if your gal cheats on you?
I think it's the same level of betrayal, but I think that it's the same level of betrayal, but I think what probably happens is that like there's something different that is tapped into us, yeah, when we're being cheated on. So, for example, from speaking to a man's point of view, like when we've been cheated on, I think immediately it's our ego that is being kicked to shreds. I'm not sure with women it's their ego that's being kicked to shreds. But there's something else that is obviously that maybe a woman can talk about that, like, it's that deception. Like, there's that, the level of deception is massive to them. Whereas our ego, obviously it's deception, but our ego, I don't know, man. I think the ego thing for us is mad. And I'd actually also believe as well, yeah, that like, I could be so wrong in saying this, because remember, I'm just speaking from a man point of view, yeah. But I just think that like, when a woman gets cheated on, there's like all of these different things that they will sit and they will think about in regards to like them being cheated on and why they've been cheated on and like, you know, this whole level of deception and whatnot. I actually genuinely believe that when we are cheated on by a woman, a lot of it has to do with a man. You know, like the man, like a whole nother man. You know, like we do so much things for... so much men do things for men. They do so much stuff for men, yeah. You know like a man will be thinking to himself, same with women. I know women will do this sort of stuff too. What is their body like and blah, blah. And like these sort of things will crush them. But for us, a man coming in, he's got the slong, he's what? Like, these are the things that are going through a man's head, you know. I genuinely believe that. I think that is like more so... Obviously, I hope that this is what I'm saying is clear, yeah? Of course, when you're cheated on, you are looking at the deception of it. But you know the man.
Do you ever look at what you did wrong?
No, I think more women do that than men. You know.
That's what I'm asking. Do you reckon men do that? Where did I lack?
Oh, not so much. Not so much. I think we do. I think it does obviously come in the grand scheme of this. Okay, this is probably the better way of explaining it. Yeah, we all think and feel the same things, but just in different percentages. So I believe that when it comes to men being cheated on and women being cheated on, so like women will look at they might have a moment where they think about what the other woman would have, like her being better than me, her being better than her, yeah? That's a certain percentage. Men will also have that same thing. Like, my man, like, what has he got? But I think that percentage is higher. Because we start looking at what has my, like...
What's my man got that I haven't?
Yeah, like, what has he got? What, you're telling me, so what? Like, that power dynamic as well. So you're telling me that a man laid my missus down, and remember what we were saying about the last minute in the sex, piping off, holding on to the pipes. Like, there's like all of these different percentages. Also, that thing of like, what did I lack in the relationship? That is a thing that men will feel like. What did I lack in a relationship? But I believe the percentage for a woman in what she what she might lack is higher, which is a dangerous thing for them because that is a big confidence knocker. It's like me feeling as though I wasn't enough. I wasn't enough.
I was having this conversation with my brother the other day, yeah, and she was basically saying, I can't remember who the subject was, but let's just use Rihanna and ASAP as an example, yeah. About what would you, once you found out your partner's cheating, what would it take to take them back? Yeah. She was like, I'm not taking my partner back. I'm like, but why? She was like, I'm just not. Like, that's a big disrespect.
Oh, she's taking him back.
But I'm like, but there's different levels to it though. Like some people will genuinely take their partner back depending on how many people are aware that they cheated. That's why celebrities are not given that grace. Because it's slapped on all the... Chuckie, if you found out my girl was cheating on me and only you knew...
Yeah.
I might stay with her.
Yeah.
Only you know. Me and her will deal with it in-house. And I got to live with the fact that only Chuckie knows and maybe his inner circle. I'm good with that. But if it's on Shade Borough and it's like, apparently Tazer and his girl broke up because his girl cheated. Even though it might not be true, for example... The fact that everyone thinks it, babes, I might not be able to take you back.
That definitely
plays a part.
Yeah.
100%. And some people's thresholds are different. Some people might be 20. Some people might be 200. Some people might be 2,000 people knowing. Like everyone's... So what I was basically saying to her is that just because you are not taking your man back, other women are probably thinking... And also, you got to take into... This is what you got to consider as well. What is the man doing for the woman?
Right.
Because your man might not be doing shit for you. So that's why you're quick to kick him out. Listen, my man over here is paying all the bills. He's looking after the kids. Yeah, he stepped out. Do you know what I mean? But
yeah, it goes down to how much is it how much of an inconvenience is it for me to leave or for him to go?
And then people forget that going back into this dating market is not like you're just gonna pick up another one. You think ASAP's gonna find another Rihanna just like that? No. So he might be fighting for his life. He's sending her press packs. Look, this is where I was April 6th. This is where I was. Yeah. Look at the text message. Look, I text. What's his brother's name again? What's his brother's name? Yeah, no, is it? Ferg. Yeah, look, I text ASAP Ferg on this day.
Yeah.
I wasn't with home girl. Like he's going through the files right now.
Yeah, of course.
To prove to her that listen, and Rihanna's sitting there thinking. You know I'm pregnant, right?
No, of course. I don't want to be dealing with all of that.
I don't want to be dealing with all of this.
But see, just to be like also clear on the cheating thing, yeah, I do believe that we all go through the same emotions, but just different percentages. I just think that it's that. Like, what you're feeling, I'm going to feel. What you're thinking, I'm going to think. But I might, depending on my own insecurities anyway, I might harbour something, I might lean to something a little bit more. Do you get what I'm saying? Depending on her insecurities already, or that's something that has been tapped into, she might lean into something a little bit more. And then it just kind of goes down into averages of like what the average man sort of leans to when he's being cheated on or what he thinks. And then also of women, like what do they sort of sort of tend to, like, how does that emotionally fully trigger them? Like, what are they actually thinking about when that happens? But yeah, I don't know, man. I think ego for us, obviously ego for women, but I think ego for us, massive. We're already in a society, bro, where enough times you're feeling like you want to be the man. You already want to be the man. So when now your missus is like chopping the man, the guy, that's emasculating. That is emasculating. Do you know what that does for some people's ego? Oh, it's mad. It's actually just mad. But also for women, it's the confidence, or it's like, you know, that there's so many different elements of that can really break a woman down.
I was gonna say something childish here, but I guess it works on both sides. So, you know, like on the male side, yeah, you find out your girl's cheating on you, and you find out who the man is. So some people, even though they're going through pain, they will still find peace in knowing that the man did the most to get her. If it's just you took it to the hotel and just chopped. Oh,
I hear that still.
What? There was no dates involved. There was no communication. Like, he just bagged you. Yeah. That kind of adds to it as well. And same thing with the woman. You know, if the woman knows that, like, because even the flip side, if a woman knows, okay, you just chopped and that was it, you don't know her name, whatever, they're more like, okay, cool. Whereas if you invested time, if you emotionally cheated as well, nah, for them it's like, yo, you're taking.
You went out on bare dates and that, cinemas and. Like, you took her around your brethrens and that.
You took her to our favourite restaurant.
Yeah, oh, fucking heck.
You gave him neck in the car.
Yeah, oh, and on top of all of that, oh, it's mad.
Like, there's so many things. Oh, you went down on her. You ain't been down on me in 2 years.
but I know. But do you know what is interesting about that? If a woman is texting a next man, right? Again, this goes to percentages, right? If she's texting the next man, of course a man is going to be very upset. But did he fuck you? Did he? Have you seen Euphoria?
Yeah.
There's episode, I can't remember which episode it is, but season 1, yeah? This guy is so caught up on whether this girl slept with someone else. He just didn't want that. Like, you could have done whatever it is you've done. I don't care about it. Did you have sex with him?
You talking about the black guy?
No, the white don. He's a white don. I think his dad.
His dad
was the fucking on the mountain.
Yeah. So who's the girl at the time in season 1?
The girl. What do you mean? Which girl?
Who's his girl?
His girl is the fucking
the Latino looking one.
Nah, not the Latino looking one. The other one, her brethren.
No, but that's not season 1. That's season 2.
You sure?
Yeah. He leaves that one and goes for the next one. The blonde hair one.
I can't remember, bro.
It's season 1.
But just going to the point, because I don't even want to stray, because some of them probably ain't seen it. But the point is that in it, like, his main focus on, and it being a deal breaker or not, was, did you have sex with him? Did you do it? And when she says no, his reaction is like, it's mine. Oh, it's mine. So I say all of that to say this, yeah. A man finding out his woman is texting another man is still rage. But you having sex with them is just an absolute mad thing. And I believe that, of course, women are going to say a man having sex with another woman is, of course, I'm not saying that. But you see that emotional, that texting all night, the good mornings, the goodbyes, the good nights, how's your day, like, have you eaten today, you sent Uber Eats to her work, you did, all of that is like, what?
Yeah.
For me, it's like, you know what? If a man was doing all of that with my gal, he's sending all of that to, do you know what? If anything, I'll just punch him up. What do you mean you sending food and that to my gal and that? Like,
but is that your ego?
That's my ego, bro. It's my ego. So the ego part is now, oh wait, hold on a minute. You actually you did that and you had sex with my missus, and in the last 40 seconds, you chopped her like that. Because he was holding onto your biceps and that. Nah.
Have you ever slept with someone else's girl?
Yeah.
And made them come?
Yes.
Oh,
I know that is not. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Listen, I'm not applauding it. But I know exactly what you mean. The deception in that,
bro, it's mental. Like even you feel bad. You're like,
no.
I didn't even mean to do that.
I can't
you
do
know?
that now, though.
Yeah. When I was younger, cool, whatever. Now I can't, man. I can't.
I couldn't, because I think as well, knowing that I'm sleeping with a man's missus, and then seeing her just like the back's arching, she's gonna bust this thing. Nah, I'm probably gonna say something. You know what? After I do that, I'm gonna be like, you conniving bitch. You absolute conniving bitch.
You have to talk about him. You have to.
What do you mean? You just bust your thing like that? Like, and that's how you look with the aroma and the vibe and that? Nah,
One
man.
girl said
I
to me.
enjoy it.
One girl actually said to me that it's mad because I've been with my boyfriend for 2 years, and he's never made me come like that.
Oh God.
But she deleted my number after though.
Huh?
She deleted my number after.
Yeah, she has to.
Yeah, she deleted my number after.
She has to. That
She's
becomes an addiction.
There's no way I can come back. I was like, right, okay.
That's an addiction. It's like it's the same as in.
I done too well, yeah. Sometimes you can do too well.
Yeah, of course. You put in a messy performance and it's a mad thing.
But it's mad because on my part, it was more my ego. It was more that you as a girl that I moved to back in the day didn't get through. Then all of a sudden, in your eyes, I've glowed up. So you've decided to come, but you've decided to come now when you're in a relationship as opposed to when you're single.
Yeah.
That was the only violation on her end, but at the same time, I just thought, bruv, I don't care.
I wonder if as well, like I'm a proper, like I'm a massive pleaser in it, yeah. But sometimes I actually have questions.
Just small plug, you know.
No. I mean, I'll talk about.
No, but it's the
it.
way
Like,
you said it so blasé. It was just like.
No, but
yeah,
I am. I'm one of them, man. I'm
assuming your face on that.
I'm one of them dons. No, if you like it, I love it. If you like it, I love it. But there are times when I do think that sometimes that is my own ego, though.
No, but
sometimes it's my own ego. Sometimes it's like, I want to take you there because I just want to feel a certain way.
There's nothing wrong with that, though.
No, there isn't. But sometimes
it's a byproduct. But she's enjoying that. The byproduct of that is her enjoying, though.
Of course, yeah.
But when you hear
I'm not saying this. I'm just saying that, like, you can't. Obviously, you've had that before where you wanted to please a woman because like, it's not about you. It's actually about her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you get what I'm saying? Whatever it may be. Maybe you might really, really like her. She might be like, whatever.
Selfish selflessness.
But yeah, like other times, it's like, that's my ego, man.
Yeah, you look in the mirror, you're like, I don't look good. Or you look back at the bed and you just see her folded.
Oh my God. And you know what? I get up out of the bed butt naked.
Yeah.
Go for this is me.
Go for the whiz.
Naked.
Yeah, you gotta drink the juice.
By the mirror.
Yeah. Look at it. Look at it.
He's looking at her like, yo, babe, you right?
Yeah. Do you want some?
You're some juice.
I lean over the bed like this.
Hey,
listen,
that feeling there.
Oh mate, before I get on to the next thing quickly, I just want to address this quickly. Not that it really needed addressing, but I tweeted. Some girl tweeted and said, sometimes I just hold the jelly in my arse.
I saw your tweet, man.
And then I just shake it. So then I quote tweeted, and I said, I can't lie. Sometimes I hold my ... Never mind. Then everyone was like, whoa, oh my God, what are you talking about? Oh my God, you misjudged that. Wait. Firstly, before I clarify this, right? To all of those who tweeted me back, with some type of energy, let's not do that today, all right? Let's not do that. Because let me tell you something. In the last, I'm going to be generous here. I'm going to say the last 2 weeks, at one point, you probably sat down in your bedroom, took your pants down, right? With some porn on the TV, and your dick in your hands with no one there, and wanked him off. So you don't tell me about what I was going to say next, and you didn't even know what I was going to say. You know what you did in the last 2 weeks, all right? Anyway, with that being said, what I was going to say, which I didn't say, because she said she holds the jelly in her arse and she jiggles it, sometimes I'm just chilling, I might just hold my thing and swing it around.
That's a helicopter thing.
Yeah! What's wrong with that? No one ever done that? You don't ever just hold your thing sometimes and just...
Not swing it around. I hold it, but not swing it around.
Do you ever just like flip it back on the stomach? Like... or just hit it on the... Like, do you never do that?
No. No. I'm not judging you for doing it, but I've never done that, no.
Yeah, man. Sometimes you just hold the meat.
No.
Why not? I'm not saying I do it every day. No. But every once in a while, I've caught I'll be honest with you, I've caught myself on the phone doing that.
On the phone?
Yeah, I've just been on the phone, just holding my meat, and I've realised, oh shit, like I've just been swinging it around. I just put it back.
Man, them.
Must have put it back.
Yeah, with my don. I'm checking.
What, as in right on the phone? Oh, bro.
No, I'll be honest. No, I'm going to be honest. One time, I'm going to keep it very transparent. I'm going to be honest.
I remember this time.
One time, I was talking on the phone. Yeah, and I realised, and I was talking to my don, but I realised midway through the conversation, I was itching. I realised I was itching. So I'm talking on the phone, and as like, I'm itching, and I've realised I'm itching, so I've taken him out, but I'm still talking on the phone, but I'm itching.
Why you say scratching, bro?
What's the
Itchy
difference?
sounds like you got something.
Huh?
Itchy sounds like
I thought I did. In that moment, I'm in a conversation, I'm itching, and I'm saying, rah, like, because that's what the point I'm getting to.
Oh, okay.
As I'm on the phone, I've realised I'm itching. So as I've realised I'm itching, I've backed him out, and I'm talking on the phone, but I'm probably 90% in the conversation at this point. Whereas I was 100%, I didn't realise what I was doing. I'm like 90% in the conversation still, but I'm realising I'm itching. So then now, I'm itching more. Now I'm only like 15% in the conversation. I'm thinking, why is man itching like that? My don's just talking to me on the phone, but I'm thinking, rah, have I got to go clinic? So anyway, I carried on talking on the phone with my man, whatever. But I'm still like, I'll be honest, I still had my ting out, but I was just chatting on the phone. As soon as I came off the phone, I was like, I need to go to the clinic. So obviously, I've called up thing, boom, 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 went to the clinic. I didn't even have nothing. Well, I had a fucking nothing major. It wasn't a sexual thing anyway, yeah. And then that was it. But yeah, but in a nutshell, I spoke to my don with my ting.
No, there's a few men I can be on the phone to, and we can talk about that area there. Obviously, I'm not gonna say, let me see, but if he's discussing.
I never told him that I was itching.
Oh, but I'm saying I've been on the phone where a man's told me.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like,
but I'd ring you.
Yeah,
if we was on the phone or whatever, I would tell you. I'd say to you, bruv, fam, like I might have to go in it.
Yeah, I've looked down and what I'm seeing is a bit.
Yeah, I need to go in it, bruv. But I just can't go. I can't go edge of the road anymore. Bro, I've got to find one in the country. But you know what?
Why don't you just go to the local ones, but non-bait times?
What times?
Non-bait times.
What is a non-bait time?
8 a.m.
Fam, it's long for me. I can't even lie. I can't even lie. But do you know what I wanted to talk about?
What's that?
Ghosting culture. Do you know, like, someone actually mentioned this to me. Shout out to Antigone, actually. It was her. Like, she did mention it to me. We was talking about it, and we was like having a really good conversation. Well, she was obviously telling me her perspective of it and like what it is like in regards to being ghosted and people ghosting and whatever. And like, there's like a whole culture of like proper super ghosting and that, yeah. And I remember listening to this conversation, and I remember thinking to myself, you know what? There's some apologies that I owe. Actually, I owe some apologies because, like, I cannot ever sit here and have a conversation about ghosting and not say that I have not ghosted people, because I absolutely 100% have ghosted people. And it's nuts because I'm a transparent guy. It's not hard for me to just tell someone, rah, like, you know what, can't talk right now, whatever it may be, or I didn't like this or whatever. And the majority of the time I do. But there are times when I just don't. And before we even go fully into the ghosting thing, I think sometimes, as we unpack this, like sometimes there's a bunch of different reasons for how I could end up ghosting someone, yeah. Sometimes it's so like I didn't even mean to, I'm not even meaning to do it. But there's also this time of like, I don't know if this has ever happened to you, yeah, but there's been a time where like, you know, someone might call me, yeah, but I'm just mad busy. So in my head, I'm gonna call them back. Then they call me again, like a next time, but but I am genuinely busy. Yeah. And then they call me again and I'm mad busy, but then they call me again and then they call me again and then they call me again and then they call me again. And then in my mind, I'm like, I could easily just answer the phone and say, yo, like, I'm good. Like, there's nothing wrong. Like, it's cool. I'm going to shout at you. But then there's like another part in me that's like, rah, this is what the fuck? Like, this is just a bit mad. I'm just going to shout at you at next time. And then it builds up to be a whole thing. And with that is like my actions are now affecting someone in a deep way because you know what? Sometimes it's tapping into something that has already happened to them, which is like something that is bigger than me. Might tap into abandonment issues or whatever it may be, yeah. But, you know, I've done that. I've ghosted. There's been times when I've spoke to a gal and me and her has been vibes in or whatnot, yeah. Like, I've just not even really responded like that. And it's not even like I was choosing to do that. Not choosing to do that, but you know, like you might meet someone, you might catch a little vibe with them or whatever, but then you might leave thinking, you know what, like this wasn't really, it was good, but it wasn't really what I was like going for and whatnot. And now because the excitement's gone, my intentions are still to respond back to the message, but because the excitement's not there anymore, I'm maybe not as quick to respond because you know what, like before I was excited, every moment I can get, I'm gonna text back, but now I'm not so much excited anymore. And I'm like, oh shit, I haven't even texted. It's been a couple of, she responded, fuck, I need to text her back. Bam. Boom, text back. Bam, boom, 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 boom. Put the phone down. Bam, she's hit me again. Yeah, I'll shout her back in a bit. Next minute, a whole week and a half's gone. I'm oh shit, fuck. She shouted me as well. I send a quick voice note. Boom. Next minute now, 5 months, 6 months have gone. But in that time, I never said, babes, just to let you know, enjoyed myself, had a good time. This is not for me. I'm not, and I can do that.
Yeah, but do you have to do that in every instance, though?
No, I don't think that you do. But I do think that even as like, I'm making this sound like I have a ghosting problem. By the way, I genuinely don't. I'm just like normal. I'm normalizing it like in a sense of just bringing it up and just being honest and transparent about times when I have done it. But I think that like, I say all of that to say this. It does seem as though, in general, everyone just seems like it's just fine to just ghost people. If you speak to a lot of people, especially girls and that as well, enough times people will just say, right, like, I was speaking to such and such and he just ghosted me. Like, we just do it.
Yeah, but I feel like a lot of guys do it because, one, they don't want to be transparent. A lot of guys struggle to be transparent with women, especially when it's to do with something that you want. You're happy to say. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want this, I want that. And like women say, just tell me what you want.
Yeah.
Whether you're going to get it or not is a different story, but at least be vocal and say. Some men struggle to do that. They rather, I guess, you just assume that you know what they want or just fall in line. So when it comes to actually telling them, listen, no, stop. What do you want from me? Their man can't answer that question. So they just ghost.
Yeah, no,
it's not right. It's not right, but that's what a lot of men do. They're not. I wouldn't say a lot of men are not emotionally mature enough to say exactly what they want without knowing that they might not get it. Is what the point I'm trying to get. Because if they knew they were going to get it, they would say. But because you're just telling them to piss at the wind, they're like, no, I'd rather not tell no one. I'll keep it to myself. I'll rather just ghost. Like on their end, what's ghosting? I just didn't text back. But again, you're making them realize that no, the damage you might be having or the impact you might have on the other person is massive. Fair. Yeah, and it isn't fair. So
yeah, the impact that you have on someone, on literally ghosting someone, when you actually deep it can just be fucking so massive, bro.
I got a friend who she has a condition. She's recently found out she has I don't know if she said it's a condition or a disorder. I don't want to get it wrong, yeah. But she suffers from something that doesn't allow her to continue a conversation if she's forgotten about it. If it's at the forefront, like, so if I message her today, hey, and she messages me back, hey, we can have a convo the moment I have her attention. If I get distracted and I reply back in an hour, or she gets distracted and replies back in an hour, she might not remember that conversation, and all of a sudden, it's like she's airing me. And she said she used to do it to so many people, and they used to all get onto her to the point where she doesn't like talking to people anymore. She doesn't like meeting new people because she doesn't know how to explain to them that at some point you're going to message me, and I genuinely in my mind have it to reply to you.
Yeah.
But I just don't do it. There's no animosity, Chuckie. I just forgot to message you back.
Damn, that's me.
Yeah, but she actually has a condition. Yeah, she's
yeah.
got a condition. She's got it. She said she went to the doctors and they told her, "Come on." It's basically she's got another condition, and a result of that could be many things. And one of them is like the lack of her attention span is. So she was like, Tazer, I've known you for the longest, hence why I can actually open up and say this to you. I've known her since I was like 15.
Right.
She's just like, there's been times where I know you're upset with me. That I'll tell you. She'll message me, yo, what's on this weekend? I'm ready to go out, blah, blah. I'll send her the details. Meet me there at a certain time. She's forgotten. I ain't heard from her in like 2-3 weeks. And I messaged her like, wait, hold on. You're supposed to come out that night. I got distracted. Something came up. And I know it sounds like excuses all the time, but me and this girl genuinely have no beef.
Yeah.
It's just her.
Yeah, I hear that still.
Do you know what I mean? And there's a lot of people that have actually tried to beef her because of it. She's like, I don't know how you want me to apologize. All I can do is say sorry.
Because it's deep still. But like, you know, the maddest thing is, like, for me, there's also been times though where, you know, like, I might be talking to someone, like me and a girl could be just talking, rapping, whatever it is, vibes in, yeah? And then, boom. Like, I don't know what it's going to be. But I might have gone to link the gal now, and then I wasn't even expecting to chop. We've just linked and then we've just chopped, yeah? But I'm very aware now that sometimes in that chopping, the dynamics can change. The dynamics can change. Remember, we was texting every day, we was talking all the time, or whatever it may be, yeah? Now, the difficult thing for some people is the pullback. Is that after the chop now, you just completely just pull back. For me, there's been times where like, I've pulled back, but not massively, but I've pulled back only because, you know what? Like, shit, I wasn't even expecting that this was going to happen. And now I don't want it to just be a whole thing. The easy thing to do and the respectable thing to do is to immediately after the chop say, babes, I really enjoyed last night. I just want to let you know though, that like, I'm not looking anything. This is not what I was looking for. That is the sensible thing to do. Most people just don't do that though. We end up having the conversation. It's not hard. It's never, ever, ever, ever difficult for me to have that. It's never, ever difficult for me to have that because the one thing is, especially if you give me the banana bread, I'm always going to give respect. I'm always going to give some respect. I might pull back, but I'm never going to just fully just like, there might be times where I might have done that where we might have just been talking a little bit and then we just don't ever chat. But from when we get there, I'm never going to just completely just disappear on them or whatnot. But the pullback I think is something that maybe even a lot of girls fear as well, isn't it? It's like, right, I'm giving my whole body and then you just disappear like that.
But you got to remember, they can correct me if I'm wrong. Some women want to pull back too.
Oh, absolutely.
Do women have the fear of, right, I had sex with this guy and I feel like I want to pull back, but he might think I'm this, I'm that, so I don't pull back. I start giving him energy that I don't want to give him.
Right.
Because there's that too. And then you pull back and it's like, you dickhead, I wanted to pull back. Yeah. No, you pull back.
The thing is, it's never this, is it?
It's
always that.
Yeah.
It's always this. Someone always likes someone more. Someone always wants more. Someone always wants less. It's like, it's very rarely the same. But yeah, I think even going back to the example of what I was saying is, even with the pullback, is that, bro, is, you know, like, we've established something, we've done something in it. I didn't even expect that was what was going to happen. So now, instead of me saying what I'm saying, I might not respond as much. And sometimes I even notice that when you don't respond as quick, when you do respond to them, they don't always respond so quick back. You know, they start playing that game, innit? It's like, oh yeah, I didn't respond for a day. Then they don't respond for a day. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm actually okay with that because we're here somewhere and at some point maybe we might end up having a conversation. But at the same time, you know though, it's love, innit? Like, I'm not treating you any different. We're actually just having the vibes here. And providing that this is not emotionally taking you to a different place, which I'd expect you to come to me and say, I don't want to play this game anymore. Not that I'm ever playing the game, by the way. I'm just not responding back for whatever. I'm just responding back when I feel to respond. I'm not setting too much of an example of like, oh, like we're going to message every day, all day, every day, all day, every day, all day, when I know that this is nothing. This is not what I want. I don't want you to get attached to me like that. and I don't want to get attached to you like that for it to end up being a thing.
But then don't you feel like you should start as you mean to go on then?
What do you mean?
Regardless, like, so in the beginning when you're getting to know someone, you get to know them how you would continue talking to them once you know them.
Yeah, but sometimes you don't know how you want to know that someone, bro. You know, like you speak when you meet someone, it's just exciting, and you just want to talk all of the time. Look, let's be clear. There's times where like you might talk all of the time. You might not really think that you want something from someone. Or you might feel like you do. You know, you just don't even know. Your emotions are all over the place. And before you know it, you chop quick. Wasn't even expecting that this was going to happen today. And it's just happened. But I think always being aware of the fact that like the dynamics could change here now.
Yeah, well, do they know?
Huh?
So you've invited a girl to your crib.
Yeah.
You're thinking, I don't think I'm going to chop. But she knows she's coming to chop. All she's saying is Chuckie just better play his cards right and he's getting this.
Yeah, more time.
So she knows.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying. She's aware. Whoever's gone to whose house is gone on the premise of like, but the power's always in their hands.
Yeah.
It's always in the woman's hands.
You just don't always know what that means though, because even though they might be aware that that's what's going to happen, unless you have a conversation about what happens next, you don't know. She might. We're not going to dismiss the fact that a woman might just want to chop. That's all she wants. But
it also depends on the chop as well. If the chop was good,
yeah,
the conversation might go this way.
If
the chop was bad, the conversation might go that way.
Yeah.
I was gonna say with Tazer, he said, "Mean like go as you mean, right? Or mean as you go." What did you say?
As in start as you mean to go on.
Right. So that's the immediacy of like transparency, right? Being transparent, because the problem with ghosting culture is the closure, the lack of
closure. Yeah, 100%.
So, in aspects, my personal experience, the reason why I've ghosted somebody is because, even though I was transparent and from the get-go, was because the closure, in my opinion, would have been more difficult to take than the ghosting. If I disappear and you're like, why did you disappear? It's easier, in my opinion, for her than the reason why I'm ghosted. If I tell you why this isn't going to work out.
You might not take that as well.
It's not going to be nice. If I'm going to be completely transparent. For example,
I know what I was going to say now. Sorry.
This is what I wanted to say because I knew it was going to trigger you. So
let me just write this down so I don't forget.
Let's say me and a girl do a thing, right? I've linked up with her, super transparent, whatever. We've chopped. Now she does this let's say she moans in a way, right, that I don't like, right?
That's mad fickle.
Like super fickle. But let's say she does something like, oh come at me, daddy, or some shit like that.
Oh my god, I've had one of them.
Even like, and that's not even my kind of vibe right now. But she's assumed, maybe from her past experience, that is something that I would enjoy, and I don't like it at all. You can't, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm like, alright, cool. This isn't gonna work out, but I can't tell you now.
No, but I think you can.
No, but as in my heart of hearts, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, if I say this, it's gonna hurt you.
Right.
And it's going to affect your future.
Right. That's where I think we're going with this conversation. Essentially, is that people feel as though that and which is interesting. I don't know what the percentage is, but let's just say from a male point of view, from a man point of view, yeah. Men sometimes have more of a problem with addressing that uncomfortable conversation and feeling as though, you know what? She'll be alright. If I ghost it, then it will be alright. Do you get what I'm saying? It will be better than,
the truth.
Than me hurting her feelings.
Exactly.
Whereas really, that makes it worse in the long run.
Exactly.
Yeah, but whose fault is that?
Whose fault is it?
Yeah.
Whose fault is it?
It's their fault. They don't allow us to speak to them.
Who? What do you mean?
Women.
I disagree.
No. I have this conversation all the time.
God.
Bro, even with the podcast, there's certain things that we say as men when we're talking about women, yeah, that when they listen to the podcast, they're like, no, that could never be me. How could it never be you? Why not? Because no one's ever said it to you. And why has no one ever said it to you? You've never given someone a place to say it. There might be a time where you want to go home and say, babes, you know what? You don't smell right today. You can't say that. You rather say, take a shower.
Yeah,
no, the reason I'm telling you to take a shower is because you stink. But we're not going to say that. Because we always like try to like... And it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying is, it's the reason why we do what he said as opposed to having the conversation.
Right.
I'm not saying either one is right. I'm just saying
the
reason why men lead more towards, you know what, I think I'm just going to ghost as opposed to telling you why I'm really leaving. It's you'll be all right. We do that more than, do you know what, let's sit down. Let me tell you why I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So
Yeah.
Because you're essentially saying that we already feel like we can't really talk to you about certain things
Yeah,
anyway. So then when we go into this dynamic, we carry that same thought of feeling like we can't really talk to you about certain things anyway into this situation here. Right, I hear that
because
stuff.
the end result is I'm leaving anyway. So why am I going to leave you with her? Let me just leave.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Because it's not like I'm not having this conversation with you because I want you to change.
Right.
Yeah.
I've already made my mind up.
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
Right.
But you're gonna try to convince me that no, I'll do this, I'll do that. No, I've watched you for the past 8 weeks, babe. Yeah. This is not changing.
Well, this is why this is interesting to me if I just tailor it to myself. Yeah, is because, to be fair, these women that these people speak of, I actually don't really meet. To be fair, I do meet a lot of good women, regardless of whether it's worked out or not, or regardless of what the dynamic is or whatnot. I meet a lot of good women, and I actually genuinely believe as well, yeah, that, like, of course the internet will tell you that, you know, men are this and men are that and whatever it is, yeah. But there are so many good men out there. Like, it's just the noise is so much louder. But push that aside for a minute, yeah. I have never really felt that I can't talk to a woman and tell her, "Rah, do you know what? It's just not really for me." I don't think that. I personally don't think that. But I also understand that so much men do feel that way because of their experiences and their encounters with women and stuff like that. For me, it's not really the same. So I think that, like, a lot of the time it's kind of inexcusable in any time that I have done that. But with that being said, yeah, and I know that everyone processes things differently, and everyone, you know, the world is made up of different colors, and if it was all the same, it was boring, yeah. But let me tell you something about me, bro. I am a man who follows energy, yeah. Now, I've been around enough women to know when a woman fucks with me. I know it when a woman fucks with me, or when, like, maybe she's not there yet, but we're having certain conversations where, you know, like, it could lead to something or whatever it may be, and we're catching a vibe and whatnot. Now, if I sense a shift in energy, or I sense that, you know what, there's something completely different happening in regards to the patterns that I usually have in women when it comes to, like, interest, I just believe it. And for that, I just pull back. And sometimes I get it wrong. Sometimes I might feel like, rah, like, her energy towards me is mad. Like, she's not even really hitting man like that, like, or
she might be going
thing
through
or whatever. It's just, she could be going through some shit, bro. But you know what? I read it wrong. I just thought, fuck it. Like, she's not hitting me. Cool. I'm just not even hitting her. It's one of them things. I'm so easy with that. I'm so easy with being able to say, you know what? Maybe I'm just not her type. Maybe she's just not into my personality. Maybe it just is what it is. I pull back so quickly when I feel that shit. I pull it back. So sometimes, I guess, like, it does become a little bit frustrating where, of course, you're supposed to be transparent and of course you're supposed to be able to spell it out. But sometimes I don't want to spell it out. Sometimes I don't want to. Sometimes we're having a conversation, there's a shift in energy or whatever, and, like, you know what? Like, sometimes I just don't want to explain it. But I will, if you come to me and you say to me, like, yo, is there a problem? Is there a shift in energy or whatever? Yeah, I am gonna tell you. But sometimes I would love when someone just reads that energy back. You have been around, but this is the other thing, yeah? Maybe for me, I've been around enough women to know when a woman really fucks with me. But I think the blurred line for women is that I don't think that they always really know when a man really fucks with them. You know that? Because sometimes the motives are mad. Like, there's times, yeah, where, like, of course, I can work out pretty quickly when a girl is trying to establish something emotionally. And I could also work out pretty quickly when a girl wants to just smash. I can. A lot of the time I can. But I think for a lot of women, they can't always work out when a man is
into them,
proper into them, or just wants to smash, because he's coming with the same energy every time. So it's difficult for them to necessarily read the energy when you do the pullback. For me, it's easy. When I do the pull, if you do the pullback to me, I know what that is.
Yeah, but is that because we're more attentive in that sense? Because you can say that because have you ever had one of your friends tell you a situation about a guy that they were going through, and you spotted a red flag way before
the first sentence?
Bruv, you're like, you didn't see this red flag. They're like, what red flag? You're like, when he did this, you see, like, okay, let's.
You know, like when a woman says, "Oh, let me tell you about this situation and tell me what you think about this." Yeah,
and they start explaining.
So one day when he put me up in the thing and took me there, and straight away I'm like,
Stop.
yeah, I know exactly where this is going. Like, you know, like just tell me the first sentence. Oh yeah, so like, you know what? One time, imagine this, yeah. So one time we're speaking on the phone, and one time he said this to me, yeah. She's about to go and say the next thing. This first thing that you told
it's
me,
problematic.
This first thing here, I've sensed it. I know where we're gonna go to,
bro. And I'm like, so what? Why did it take for you to get to? But then again, like I said, I don't think they read situations the same way we do. Because even like, for example, Tinder swindler, yeah. The woman said that the situation was perfect. I'm like, how? You went on a date with this guy. Cool, took you to a fancy restaurant. Then he goes, let's fly out somewhere. Took you to the airport, went on the jet. Before you boarded the jet, you bucked his baby mum and his you. What part of the situation is still perfect? Do you think I could be on a date with a girl and she's like, oh, 1 second, follow me to the airport, we're going to Greece.
And then my man's there.
And then the baby father's there with your child. What part of the situation is perfect now?
Yeah, now I'm going from, rah, this was a vibe start. I'm just trying to get some banana bread now.
It changes.
Quick.
Do you know what I mean? So, I don't know. Like you said, I've spoken to so many women and had these type of conversations, and they're just explaining what they're going through.
Yeah.
Before I've even asked the question, I've spotted a red flag.
Yeah.
He did. Even for, and do you know what the crazy one is that I've recently learned, and I know I don't know if it's a term that existed years ago, because I think it's behavior that people are doing now. They've just given it a term, but love bombing.
What the fuck is that?
Go on.
So, for example, love bombing is where you smother the girl with love. Oh my God, you look so beautiful today. Good morning. How's your day been? I'm going to meet you for lunch. You do all of this, yeah, to make her, like, drop her barrier.
Right.
And then you won her over. And then that's when you start hitting her with the bullshit. You emotionally violate her.
Yeah.
Some people do physical.
Of course. That's what happens.
So some girls can't see love bombing. Because you got to remember, they've been desperately wanting attention from a guy.
Right.
Then now they're receiving attention from a guy. They're just like, well, why would I think otherwise?
Right.
Whereas with me, when a girl like you said, when a girl says she fucks with me, I'm like, okay, you don't know what I do. You don't know my daughter's name. You don't know where I live. You don't know my real name. You've never been to any of my events. You haven't bought a tracksuit. You don't listen to the pod. Yet you fuck with me. You expect me to believe you fuck with me, but nothing that I'm passionate about, you know anything about. But I'm going to sit here and believe you.
Yeah.
Even as your brethren, Chuckie, there's certain things that you've told me over the years that if you asked me again, I'll be able to answer. Why? Because I fuck with you. I listen to your podcast. I watch you on YouTube. We speak every time. We have the same interest. We're throwing a fucking slow jam party together. Do you know what I'm trying to say? A gal is going to come and say, but I don't listen to slow jams, so I can't come to your event. I don't really like when men sit in the room and speak, so I don't listen to your podcast. I don't watch your YouTube. I just think you chat shit, Tazer. Oh, you got a daughter. I don't want to have kids one day, but I fuck with you, Taze. How? That's all I do. What? Do you know what I mean?
I hear you.
But that's just me anyway. That's just how I look at life, innit? So.
Can I just because you just made me think of something. We're gonna just have just a small little divert. Yeah. Some of you lot have to stop doing this shit. Using buzzwords to silence conversations. I fucking hate that. You know that. You know, I'm starting to see that sometimes with Zizi. Like, Zizi will say something and then people will just come and say, pick me. Listen to what the fuck she's saying. You might not agree with what she said, but let's not do the buzzword thing. Oh, she's just a pick me. Sometimes just listen. Like, sometimes just listen, or sometimes just say, I just don't even agree with that. Like, I see, and it's not just her. I'm not saying it with her, but I'm just saying, like, enough times I see, like, someone will try and have a conversation about something, and then they will use one buzzword to just, like, to shut it down. So you can't have an argument. You can't say nothing because they've just thrown a buzzword in there. You can say, it's fine to say, I disagree.
Do you know what?
I disagree because of X, Y, and
But
Z.
do you know what the pick me is? The pick me is a way of silencing women that support men.
Right.
That's how I see it now.
Right.
The moment a woman shares a view that supports men, especially black men,
Pick me.
like let a girl tweet today. I don't think the ASAP Rocky rumor is true. Ah, you're just a pick me though. No one's gonna fuck you. That's what they. That's how they just silence the
So
conversation.
we're not having a conversation now. Let's just throw in, oh, they're a pick me, so the conversation stops. How do you learn anything? Like, how do you learn anything in life?
There was a Twitter space the other day, yeah, and it was mainly women on stage, and I can't remember what they were talking about. But somehow a brother got on the stage. I think it was on his burner account, yeah. So he's unmuted his mic and he's spoken. Hello, ladies. They heard a man's voice. About 4 women on the stage were like, who let a man in? I looked out the space. I said, yeah, I'm not gonna hear nothing.
Yeah, but to be fair, sometimes when like women are having their space to have their conversation,
let them have their conversation.
You know what? Today it is on them, and I love them times because I learned so much from women when they are talking about certain things. It confirms my beliefs. It shapes elements of the way that I think, and it also like makes me do better. All I ever ask is that on the day when we have ours, no, don't interject, please. Don't say nothing. Shut your mouth and just hear it out. Like, you don't have to agree. We don't have. Remember what we were saying today earlier, like in the early part of the conversation. One of the reasons why life is fucked is because we just can't agree. We just can't say what is right and what is wrong. We can't. It's very difficult to do that. But I think it's even more difficult now when there's just these buzzwords that people just adopt into their vocabulary just to throw in there, just to silence something. So if we don't push the barrier of thought, if we don't have uncomfortable conversations, or if we don't just, and not, like, I'm not saying that, like, look, there's so much times here where I watch certain things and I just think these lot are just chatting the most amount of shit. It's easy for me to just come away from it because it's like, this ain't for me. This is not for me. You lot are just chatting shit. There's no perspective here. You lot are not provoking the barrier of thought. It's this, and maybe it's a stage of my life that I'm at. It's just not something that I'm into. But to throw in just these words, you're not even listening. You're just showing you're not listening. It's just a way to just silence, and I hate it. But anyway, fucking back to the ghosting thing though. I think as much as I am a transparent person, yeah, I think I'm so transparent with people that I'm like super, super close with. But I also think maybe even just for me, like, I'm interacting with people so much. I'm talking so much, yeah, that sometimes I just can't even be bothered to tell you, can't be bothered to tell another person or open up to another person or a bunch of people to then make it seem as though that I'm maybe even going through something. If I turn around to you and say, bro, just not right now, I just can't, I'll shout you when I shout you. Yo, listen, man, I can't, not right now, I'll shout you when I shout you. Nah, do you know what? I just can't even bother to chat to you right now. I'll just shout you when I shout you. Yo, I'm just having some me time. I'll shout you when I shout you. There's going to be a moment in time here where certain people might start, yo, what going on with Chucks? It's all right. Like, it's not even a big deal.
Bro,
but
it happened recently.
Really, I should just say that.
Yeah, but, okay, for example, Snapchat had an update. And I think some people who have a number of subscribers, they've now moved them to the subscription section as opposed to the stories at the top. So usually that meant that you've deleted the person because now you're so bare people are hitting people up like, oh right, you deleted me, brother. I didn't delete you. So why are you in the subscription? But talk to Snapchat. So some people have stopped talking to me because of that. I messaged my brother yesterday. She was like, oh, funny, you're here. I'm like, what are you talking about? She goes, I thought you deleted me. I was like, why? She goes, because you're in my subscription. I'm like, that's a Snapchat update. It's got nothing to do with me.
Right.
She was like, yeah, but that's why I haven't spoken to you in time. So why don't you just reach out and be like, but again, no one's going to reach out and be like, why did you delete me?
Right.
But you could have reached out and just been like, hey, the same way I messaged you today saying, hey, long time, ain't seen you in a minute. Right. You've been thinking to do that for the past 2 weeks. Right. And you haven't done it.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then the conversation shifted to, I missed you as well, a long time. I'm like, you haven't. You haven't missed me. Yeah. You haven't messaged me. So, and then there's that as well. Some people fear, like even double texting. That wasn't a thing until people started saying it. But if I've texted you today and I want to text you tomorrow, I'm texting you. If I'm now a double texter, so be it.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm trying to get a message across, so I'm trying to speak to you.
Yeah.
I'm going to text you. I'm not going to read the previous conversation and be like, oh, but I texted you on Thursday, you didn't reply, so then you might have got busy and forgot. So I'm hitting you again.
But let me tell you this. If I like you and I felt that you like me and I hit you and you don't respond to me in a day and a half or 2 days or whatever it may be, I just read that. Because see, for me, I know this sounds mad, but see when I like you, I'm hitting you back. I'm hitting you back. So when someone doesn't do that, I just think, okay, for me, that is completely fine, because sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles. I'm so okay with that. And I think I say all of that to say, I think it's difficult for a girl to ghost me. It's so difficult for you to ghost me, because the moment that I sense this, and remember I told you, that's to my detriment. But the moment that I sense it, oh, don't worry, I'll just pull that back. No, I'll just pull that back. And then if you come back,
Does she need to address the fact she ghosted?
bro, let me tell you this, yeah. If a woman gives me 30%, I will give 598%. If you give me 29%, then I'm just not really in it.
Because you're used to the 30.
No, because 30% is not a lot, my bro.
No, but
If you can't even do that,
It's the minimum.
that's the bare minimum, bro. If you can't even do that, then it's fine. I'm not even saying it in the sense of it's a problem. It's just fine. It just means that for me, I've been around enough women to feel the 80, 90, the 60, so when it's the 29, when it's the 29, the bare minimum.
Yeah.
You have a standard.
Yeah, I'm like, nah, man.
You have a standard.
It's a defense mechanism as well, though.
And sometimes it would be nice if that was just the other way around, so man don't have to necessarily spell it out and that. But yeah, I don't know, man. I think the ghosting thing, it must be so triggering, even more so for maybe girls that have like experienced elements of like abandonment issues already anyway and whatever.
Can I also add to that? Yeah, it also must be difficult for girls who are not self-aware.
Right.
So they don't even know that there's a problem because they don't realize anything that they're doing is a problem.
Right.
That's another thing. That's the point I was trying to get at.
Right.
So when someone always says, so for example, I had the episode's coming out soon, but I had a conversation with someone, she's a bate, and I asked her questions about her man.
Right.
And she's like, "No, he would never think that because I'm amazing."
No, nah. He don't.
What? He would never think that because I'm amazing.
He don't, actually.
Well, why would he be my boyfriend if he didn't think I was amazing?
Listen, your man don't think you're amazing. He just thinks you're cool. I'm sorry.
No, but I'm just saying she
was.
But it wasn't just her. That's how a lot of women think. Yeah, but he wouldn't do that because I'm amazing.
What?
What are you talking about? So you can't be upset. No, why would he be upset? I'm amazing. That's their default. They think everything else is happening because of them. This is someone you want me to tell why I'm ghosting. Chuck, they're not gonna. It's not gonna compute. They're gonna be like, what?
That.
You're leaving me.
I hear that.
For who? Why? Where? Do you know what I mean? And this is, I remember
I'm sexy. I look mad good. Like, why would you want to? Why would you want to leave?
Yeah, but I remember one time I told one girl, like, you know, I can't really do this weekend. You know, like, I'm busy. Cool. By next weekend, didn't really answer.
Yeah.
To my detriment, she thought that was an agreement to next weekend. Next weekend's come. Like, so what? We still linking up on? No, I don't remember confirming. Yeah, but you didn't deny. Oh, babes, cool. Nah, I'm not interested this weekend. All right, cool. Next weekend. But I had to say, listen. Like, I was hoping you kind of got the hint. You're not clearly getting the hints. I'm gonna have to tell you direct. We don't need to be going out. We're cool. Like, we can talk, but the whole going out thing, I'm not interested anymore. But she still came to my house on Sunday. I said, what's guy? The man looking at me like, who's at the door? This one I used to do my boys. Who's at the door? I looked. It's her. I'm like,
fuck it.
Did you not hear what? Couldn't get through to her.
you know when that's nuts though. That would annoy me. I'm not even gonna lie.
You see what I'm
that
saying?
Would annoy me.
After why you got a ghost?
Yeah, I hear that. I hear that still.
But I'm just saying, everything's there's different circumstances.
Yeah, context in it.
Yeah, different strokes for different folks, man.
Yeah, tell me a time. Tell me a time when you was ghosted though. I'm talking to you lot. Like, send me. What can you do? Hit me in the DM actually, and what I'll do is. And you can hit Tazer as well. I might post some after this episode comes out, but I won't post you. Like, I'll make sure it's anonymous, so it's like no one knows who it is. Also, what I was gonna say is as well is that like I'm sure that enough times one thing that does happen is though, see when man post a gal. I mean, when man goes to gal, yeah. Enough times man hop back in. To conversations and that, yeah, when gals start talking about sexual assault though, man start checking in. Hey, you alright?
Yo, no.
Man start just testing the temperature.
Yo,
is everything, how are you? Hi.
Life?
Hey, how are you? How's family? Yeah, because you know what? your encounter was a bit, and then you just disappeared. Do you get what I'm saying? You just disappeared. Your conscience is. I'm sure. I bet enough girls will tell you that. Right, my man's just check it. Like, there's a big conversation happening right now. My man's messaging me. Like, what are you messaging me for? Like, what are you checking in on me for?
Yeah, the man have got to do better when it comes to the aftercare, though.
Oh, the aftercare. 100%.
Whether it falls in your favour or not, you got to make sure that the girl gets home. Do you know what I mean? She leaves your house and
oh yeah, 100
stuff like that. Because like, I get there's scenarios where obviously the night probably didn't go the way you wanted it to. That's life. It happens. But you've got to make sure that. But I'm a big advocate of text me when you get home.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting up for the text.
Okay, but let's just.
If I don't get the text,
go on. What happens?
I'm a bit upset. But then I'll call you the next day.
And then what happens if she don't answer?
I'm calling her the whole day. I need to get a message. Hey, yo, you good? Like, did you get home or did you divert? Like, I don't want to know where you diverted to, because obviously whatever you get up to once you left my house is your business. You might have gone to the next man's yard. That's probably why you didn't text me back. Whatever.
Yeah.
But the whole text me back thing is to make sure you got to wherever you got to safely.
Yeah.
That's it. Even me, if I leave a girl's house, you're like, let me know where you're getting. I'll give her a little message. I'm home now.
Yeah.
We'd have to have a conversation. Right. I'm home.
Home. Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm a, like, when I say I'm a big advocate, all my brothers know, I always say, when they leave my yard, text me when you get home. Right. Some of them don't do it, and then I get mad at them when I see them next. Yo, you
didn't text me. You didn't hit me.
They're like, I didn't think you meant it. No. Maybe all the other guys, I mean it, because I want to know. I say it to my brothers certain times, yo, roll safe, let me know when you get in.
Right, yeah.
It's just, you know what I mean? Just common courtesy, yo, I'm safe. I left yours. The last time I saw you was at mine. Right. I just want to make sure you got to your destination okay. Whatever you're doing, I don't care about what exactly you're doing. I just want to know that you got into okay. Do you know what I mean? But not everyone has the same. Not everyone sees that the same. Cause I see girls.
I think in general anyway. Yeah, when you cross that part there, then the aftercare, like just this. I think once the body locks, there has to be a different type of level of respect there in some way, shape, or form. Even if it's not going to be nothing. Do you get me? Mm. I can't just chop someone and just like
get out.
And yeah, but with that thing of like fuck, like yeah, that just was what like that. No.
But this is what I say also. Yeah, that you've and I know people might say, oh yeah, but you've done it, so that's why you can speak on it. You've got to be selective with who you lay down with. Of course, yeah. Like
that's why I confidently say I eat banana bread
because of who you're doing it.
Right,
to. Yeah.
Of course, that comes with that. I said this to you before. That comes with the meal deal. When you go KFC, you get the burger or you get the chicken with the chips and the drink. The eat pooch is the chips.
Well, not everyone eats the chips though.
Huh?
I can just wax a burger and a juice.
I can do that.
Well, I don't want to.
I always want the chips. Yeah? I always want the chips. When I go to the fish and chip shop, I could just get the fish. But I'm always going to get the chips.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Who goes fish and chip shops to get just fish?
You might go and get the fish now because you want to bring it home and have it with the ras clout broccoli with the fuck. Yeah. You know what I mean? You might want to start doing all of that stuff.
But you know what? I can't lie to you. I ain't had chips in a minute, no?
What do you mean?
Yeah, I ain't had chips in a minute.
What kind of chips are you talking about? The banana bread or?
Yeah, banana bread. I ain't done it in a minute.
Yeah. Are you eating banana bread now?
Yeah, I do it.
I swear you told me the last time you didn't eat banana bread.
Last time I was on half cast, I definitely was doing it.
It's not called half cast anymore. But when it was called half cast.
Sorry. You told me the new name, innit? Did they know the new name?
No.
Okay, cool.
Right.
HC.
Right.
Last time I was on HC, I was definitely doing it. I've been doing it. Was you? Yeah, but I haven't.
Hey, we need to rewind back the clip.
What you talking about? When was the last time I came on? We were talking about having a separate room in your yard.
Yes.
Yeah, I was definitely doing it then, but I haven't done it in time.
Right.
I do it, but I haven't done it.
Do you enjoy it? Do you enjoy it? Do you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Yeah, proper, certified.
No,
certified.
If everything's ticked, everything's green. Sometimes I've gone.
Oh my
Even
God.
in that moment, how do you tell her?
How do you tell her? This is what I'm saying.
Well, how do you tell her that the pH levels are?
You can't.
How do you have that conversation?
You can't even say shower because that's not.
Because me, if a girl's confirmed that she's coming to my house, I hop in the shower like half an hour before, freshen up.
That's the thing.
That's because I like to be presentable.
Right. And that's what pisses me off. What pisses me off is that I'm giving you that. I'm giving you that etiquette. Like, when I come to check you, I'm getting a scrub in somewhere, shape or form. Do you know how much times where I didn't know it was on the menu, and when I've realised, right, it might be on the menu.
One sec.
boom, let me just
Yeah.
thing, bam, whatever. You get what I'm
Before it
saying?
gets too heated.
Yeah, exactly. Or, like, say I'm out. Let's just say, okay, how do I explain this for people that are listening? Let's just say I'm in one location, yeah? Let's say I'm in North, right? My girl's, or a girl that I'm talking to or whatever, is in East, yeah? Then while I'm in North, there might be an indication that something is on the menu. I might go back to West where my yard is, quickly thing, boom, 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 then skirt to East. I'm giving you that. Because see when I pull up, I don't want you to feel any type of uncomfort because I've been outside. Or if I can go in your bathroom, whatever it may be, I'm giving you that. So if I come and check you and I feel like you ain't giving me that, I'm upset.
Yeah.
I'm upset, man.
I don't feel like you've made any effort. Like,
you ain't
yo,
made any
like,
effort.
come on,
You're not
man.
making any effort.
That's why sometimes when the girl's like, oh, yeah, I'll see you after the rave. Part of me's like, yo.
These times she's standing barefoot, holding sandals in her hand, talking, and her heels, talking about she's coming over. Look, I'm all right with that, but what? Let's not just dive in the bed now.
You gotta have a shower or something, man.
Baby, like,
You suggest a shower, like, what? You trying to say I stink?
I'll run it.
Listen, more time, everyone has a pure gym membership, right? And them joints are open 24 hours.
You're moving
nah,
mad.
nah,
Man said
nah.
hit the pure gym, you know, before you come to the yard.
Go on to the shower, bro.
Hey, I got a shower. Do whatever you want in my shower, innit? Do whatever you want for the sake of the chop. Do whatever you need to do in the shower.
Would you do that though, by the way? If you let's say like his scenario,
I've done press ups before, chop.
you're in North and the thing's in East and you're gonna go link her in East, yeah? You have to go to East.
But I want to freshen up first.
But you want to freshen up first, and let's say, right, like you've got your oud on you, like you've got your little bag.
I rub that on my body. Still.
Would you go to your pure gym? There's a pure gym around the corner.
I'm in gym.
Why can't I go to her yard? I don't get it. I shower
I
in
can
her
do it in her
yard.
yard.
You would shower in her yard?
Yeah.
Yeah, and also I got baby wipes in my car as well.
Baby wipes is not. Baby wipes leaves a next funk.
Yeah, it
I
does.
can't trust the baby wipes. Even the
Then you
fragrance
just
free
don't give
joints.
the balls a one wipe.
No, but the smell it leaves after might be worse than the
that. No, you just oud that or creams that.
No, it's not. Bruv, it's not. Then you're going into the yard all wondering whether the smell's okay or not.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, no, I hear that still.
yeah.
No, but
What if you as soon as you go into that yard, it's cracking. Like as soon as you step through that door, it's straight.
what straight?
Go to the shower.
Are you
Bro,
gonna be like,
if there's
yeah,
any
yeah,
doubt,
yeah.
bro, if there's any doubt, bro, I'm nah, man.
I hear it.
Like I'm not like, and
Well,
I can't like, especially if I've taken a shit that day. Like nah, man, I can't do that, man.
You know, there's times where you go out, yeah, and it's like for example, today's a nice day, and some people might go out from like 4 and be out to like 9, and then someone might say, do you know what? I want to go out and just go to a
out.
rave.
Oh,
I can't
Lord.
do that.
Impossible.
I'm like,
Oh, sorry.
so you're out from like 4, 5 to like 8, 9,
Right.
just out about Shoreditch, whatever, and then someone might say, yo, let's stay out and go raving or something. Stay out.
Nah.
I'm going to my yard to freshen up.
Yeah,
I'll
straight.
buck you lot at the rave.
Yeah, straight.
Some people just go straight to the rave.
Yeah.
I can't do that. Carnival, every single carnival, I go home, freshen up,
Yeah.
I
then
could
go to the
not
after
go
party.
straight out.
Some people go straight out.
No,
I'm like, yo, don't you feel a bit?
We even risked it at one time. It was mad. We went. I think it was like we were in Shoreditch Box Park, and then there was a motive and like corner shop in Shoreditch.
We really
Bro, every man went back to West.
Yeah, freshen up and then come back.
New crepes.
Yeah, like,
Gone back to the moat.
especially if it's a motive where you know it's going to be a hot box in there. Brother,
trust me.
it's not worth it, man.
Is there anything that anyone needs to know about? Oh, you might as well shout the brand. Your
Oh, yes. So, I got a few things actually. So, I got my brand out, 40s London on Instagram, 40slondon.com.
Did you think?
Tracksuits,
Yeah,
t-shirts. Just giving Chuckie his package, so you're probably going to see him wearing it in a future episode. But yeah, come on the website, buy a tracksuit, join the team. I've also got my YouTube channel out right now, Tazer Black.
Oh yeah, well, that's good, man. Well done on that.
Yes,
As well. I've been watching
just,
some stuff.
just doing a few things where I'm just in vibes with my brethren, really. Just trying to show you a different side to me and my friendship group. The latest, the last 2 latest drops. The first one we dropped. I done a Valentine's special where I sent a few couples out on a blind date to a fancy restaurant in Central. I paid for everything, and then you kind of just see how that kind of played out. And then the last one is just me and my boys debating about what the top 10 black movies are. So go watch that. Go get involved. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And yeah, man. Always a pleasure coming here, man.
Do it again soon, my G.
Yeah,
when
man.
when Drake drops that album on fucking Rihanna and that, we'll just start tucking back into that. You get me?
But ASAP, listen, drop the receipts, man.
Yeah,
Let us
yeah.
know that you're.
By the
you're
time
innocent.
this comes out, I reckon the receipts will
Yeah,
be
drop them, man. Come on, man. You're my guy, man.
Yeah, thanks for listening, everyone. Yeah, love.
Go.